What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome back to another episode of my 5-5 World Cup with New Zealand. Before we go and get things really underway, make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Let's aim again for 50 likes on this one. And if you are new, please do smash that subscribe button. The amount of new subscribers that have been coming in lately is absolutely incredible. Just like that catch from BJ Watling. What a start, and we've got Michael Lum for a second ball duck, and you can't ask for too much more than that there. BJ Watling, what a catch, what an athlete, and what a ball from Southey to start things off. So today we are taking on England, and I did think that this is probably going to be our first real test that we have had, but with the start we've got, possibly not, because it has been a very, very good start by the New Zealanders. Obviously 3 dots, a wicket thrown in there as well, so you cannot complain about that too much. Now, people are probably thinking, Cliffy, you're doing this series an awful lot, and that is because I'm really trying to get this done by the release of Don Bradman Cricket 17. So probably what I am going to do, just for, I think Don Bradman comes out basically in less than 2 weeks. So what I am going to try and do is pretty much just bang through this series almost every second day. And if we can get through it every second day, get through a game, hopefully we should be done by the time it does come out. But saying that, when it does come out, it's probably not going to be the be-all and end-all. I have been through this before. Just because Don Bradman 17 has come out, I will be doing, bulk videos on there, majority of videos there. But we will still have Don Bradman Cricket 14 videos, because the game still does play very well. It's something I was talking to, I can't quite remember who it was, but I was talking to someone, I think it was yesterday, or it might have been Thursday, just about, how well the game still plays. Obviously, this game now, not so much on the PS4 because it has been remastered a bit, I guess. But, you go back to the PS3, and the game has been out now for nearly 3 years. And it still has, for me, a lot of enjoyment value and a lot of playthrough value. Not only in career mode, but in probably just casual game as well. Because that's something that I haven't really done. I've just been a guy that has done career mode. I've done a couple of competitions. Obviously, CCL's been in there. And that might be a chance. No, that's well over the road. Bolt is getting hammered here. Luke Wright is making up for the last over. But yeah, competitions, CCL, I've done a few like 501s in the past that I haven't actually gone and recorded. Luke Wright is just on absolute fire here. He has taken us, I'm just trying to work this out, I think for 16 off our first 4 balls in this over. So we need something just to get us back into this game. We need a wicket. We need a dot ball, which is what we've gone and got. So, but still, a very expensive over. And looking at the other scores, I did actually go, I think at the end of last episode, just look through the results and stuff like that. 50, probably not really a par score in this competition. Probably more around 60, 65 you're looking at a par score. And I don't know why Luke Wright has left those last 2 balls. Obviously, the second to last one was a wide. It was a very big wide. But the other one, very strangely, did leave it. Now, people have been asking me, Cliffy, can you bowl with either Kane Williamson or Mitchell Santner? So that is what we are going to do. And you are going to see today why I refuse to do a spinner career mode video as well. Because, let's be honest, I am absolutely terrible at bowling spin. That one there, it's not too bad, but, it's not bad at all. But normally I'm absolutely terrible at bowling spin. As you can see, not many revolutions there. And that one there just averages. Again, been put away. But we have been able to get in a few dot balls. And I don't actually have Mitch Santner in this side. I'm not sure now if I can actually change it around. I'm guessing I can. But that one there probably deserved to be hit. It was an absolutely terrible ball. And spin is it's just something that I have just never endeared myself to. So, I've always been, myself, a seam-up bowler, a pace bowler, whatever you want to call it. That one there is just going to have no revs whatsoever. But it is almost a chance. Would you believe it? The ball that just doesn't have any revelations on it, only 180. So no spin on that ball whatsoever, has just gone and missed that man at probably square leg. So, we're not really complaining too much about that there. But it's not a terrible over from Williamson. Better than Bolt's, but not as good as Southey's. And it still has gone for 9. So England move on to 29 for 1 off 3 overs. So we have slowed them down and brought them back just a little bit. I'm going to bring in Wags and probably change the field. Go for a typical Neil Wagner approach. and try and get, yeah, there we go, pace defense 10. That's exactly what we want. Just get fast and short. That is exactly what we want. Fast and short bowling, and try and, as I said, pick him out. Not short enough, apparently, because that has just been swiveled away. I think that's Luke Wright again. But yeah, not short. No, sorry, Hales. But we really do need to get it a fair bit shorter. But even that didn't work. That one there was up around the chest, and it has gone for a 6. So again, this is another thing. A lot of people say, Cliffy, why don't you bowl short pitch bowling? And this is a prime example, because I just get absolutely taken to for some reason. I don't know why. I just can't bowl it. It's the same as spin. I've always been a guy, not only in this game, but in real life as well. When I used to bowl, play outdoor cricket and all that, when I did bowl, I would very rarely bowl the short ball. There we go. Finally, Wags gets one through, and we pick up a wicket. But yeah, back to that. Just didn't bowl short balls. Basically, everything was up on a good length. It was full. It was a Yorker. It was a good length. And on some of the pitches that you play on, especially in my grade in Christchurch, the batters can't do much with that because the pitches are absolutely terrible. The amount of times that we've gone and been rolled for like 50 or 60, because, you know, do just play social. The pitches aren't the best, but Wags is actually going to pick up 2 in the over, so he's got Joe Root as well, so that's a big wicket. England's still going along quite nicely run-wise. They do have 40 on the board, and there is an over left to go, so I think I went with Neesham, left out Bracewell from memory. I think, yeah. So we've left out Neesham. Neesham not having a bowl today, obviously because of Kane Williamson into the attack. His over is probably proving to be one of the better ones in this game so far. It only went for 9. That one from Wagner, I know, went for 10 off the first 2 balls, but he did pick up 2 wickets, which is always a key. Hales is the man. He's still in. 20 off 9 for him, and he'll be looking to continue on where he's left off. But if they get 6 singles off the over, I'm not going to complain. It's going to be under that. It's going to be under that 50 mark. Again, 50 I don't really think is par. I think a little bit more than that. 55, 60 is where it is going to be. And a dot ball. A dot ball, people say in T20 cricket, is absolute gold. What must a dot ball mean in a 5-over game? It must be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I didn't know that the Irish were playing today, but there must be a pot of gold at the end of this pitch because Morgan has just played out 2 dot balls. And that one there he's played through. But this has been a great final over from Bracewell. Just the 3 runs off it so far, and it is exactly what you want in the last over of the game. Alex Hales, I think what it is I've taken the pace off the ball in this last over. I have not been quick. We saw that with Williamson as well. He was very effective. Went for 9, but one of those 4s could have easily been a catch by the guy at square leg. So England only finished with 43. Tim Southey, his first over was good. Bracewell was good. Williamson and Bolt, a little bit expensive. I think Bolt the expensivest of the lot. I think he went for about 15 in the end. But here we go. Don't know how Steve Finn has played 13 5-5 games, but we're not going to complain about that. So 44 needed off just 30 deliveries. And whew, that's got to be a wide to start off, but that was quick. 143 Ks, felt a lot quicker than that one there, but it is a wide. So 1 run onto the total. So just 43 needed off 30 now, which again, is not the end of the world. It is, what are you appealing for? It's just under 9 and over. That's not out, but basically everything from Finn has been short so far in these first 2 balls. Now, what that's going to do to me, it's going to make me play off the back foot. He's probably going to surprise me now and try and bang in a Yorker, and we will go and get bowled. So that one there, of better length, as we can see, but it has been cut away by Tommy Latham just for a single, though. So we're going to have to take, I think, a different approach coming up against, obviously, a better bowling side than we have come up against in recent times, taking on Bangladesh and Afghanistan. But we do, I think, probably just need to be watchful. I'm just trying to think who England have in this side. Finn, I know Broad is yet to come. Trying to think who their number 10 is. I'm not sure if they got another pace bowler in there. But then after that, Bopara and Stokes. So those are the 2 guys who I think batting 6 and 7. those are the guys that we can target. So I think we just need to go and really retain our wickets here. We've only scored 3 off this first over. Remember, England were in a very similar situation. I think they were 3 for 1 off the first over. So we are in a similar situation. We've got 1 more run, lost 1 less wicket. But there is plenty of time that you can go and catch up in this game. There is plenty of time. You don't have to go out all guns blazing from ball 1, which is what we've seen here. I mean, we've picked up 5 off the over, which in 5-5 cricket isn't great. But again, we're looking to play smart cricket, looking to not lose any wickets. See Danny Briggs. Now we've got the spinner that has come in. And this is a guy that we can target. So it's, as I said, it still is not the end of the world. We only need about 10 and over. Well, sorry, it'll be over 10 and over now with that dot ball. But as I said, 5-5 cricket, it's so easy to change the game. Just a couple of shots, and all of a sudden you are back in control. So they do have this field set out quite nicely, though. It has been 9 balls if you count the wide, and we haven't hit a boundary. We've only got 6 runs on the board. So that potentially needs to change very shortly. But we're not really getting anything that we can play away and hit away. And we're having to take some risky singles. We just can't quite seem to pierce the field at the moment, which is a bit of an issue. Because that run rate, that required run rate, continues to go up. So 3 off 5. Guptill's played out a dot as we saw. And they do anything that's on the pads. They've just got that man sweeping out there, and he's making very easy work of it. So we are making hard work of this run chase at the moment. 36 off 20 required. Oh, and that's aerial. Oh, it's in the gap though. You beauty. We're going to pick up our first 2 of the game. I don't think I've ever been so excited for a 2 in my life. You ripper. Tommy Latham's strike rate is now up to 100. 34 needed off 19. So there is still, as I said, plenty of work left to do. This here, hit and he's gone. Whew, I was going to say, even the throw could have, if the throw was better, if it was right over the stumps, he was gone. Didn't need a direct hit. The further restrictions now have been lifted. And this is where the issue lies just a little bit for us, because we've only got 11 runs on the board. And that means that we are playing a lot of catch-up. I'm guessing that one there probably going to be a wide as well. So we will definitely, at this stage, take these extras because we need them. The required run rate up above 10. I think it's just below 11, actually. And that there is a nice... Whew, I was going to say, a nice shot by Tommy Latham. Even better piece of fielding. I don't know who that was by the man out there at, I guess that's point. But that was a very, very good bit of fielding. And I am going to take, take Stuart Broad on here because we need to start getting some runs on the board. And Guptill was the man to go and do that. But not the case. He's edged one behind to Butler. And in now comes Captain Kane, who hopefully can get us something on the board. But 31 off 16, all of a sudden the run rate required, that is actually a mouthful to try and get out. Try and say that like 10 times fast, and I bet you won't be able to do it. It is almost up to 2 runs a ball, which does make it very, very difficult. And as we have seen, hitting boundaries is very, very hard, especially against these bowlers. We should have really, as I said, tried to take to, I guess, Danny Briggs a little bit more. But we are definitely going to run these up, take 3. And that keeps us below the required run rate. So we just need to basically just try and pick up a few more boundaries. I think we have, I don't even know if we have hit 1 boundary, to be honest. Which, at this stage of an innings, is quite poor. So, there we go. That one there is better from Tommy Latham. That's what Guptill was looking for. But better foot movement from Tommy. And he has gone and played that one through the gap between mid-off and cover. And has picked up, I believe, his first 4. And possibly even New Zealand's first 4 of the innings. But that one there has been edged behind as well, boys. And now we are 2 down. We've got Roscoe Taylor coming in next. And just when things are starting to look good, they have started to crumble just a little bit again. So Ross Taylor in, and I believe this is the first time these two have batted all tournament. So this has been a long over from Broad. It has gone for 7 balls. And we still have a bit of work. We've still got a lot of work left to do, to be honest, in these last 2 overs. So hopefully, as I said, we've got Stokes and Bopara left to come. So hopefully these can be 2 guys that we can target just a little bit, because otherwise it is going to be making it very difficult on ourselves. That is a nice, I was going to say that's a nice shot from Williamson. I didn't think it was going to go for 4, but it did manage to just trickle over the boundary line. So 9 off 11 now. Still not the end of the world. Williamson playing well. He's come in and he's hit 7 off 2. But there's that's the go-to shot for me. Just trying to play it off the hips to the leg side. And it has, I wouldn't say it gets us into trouble, but as I said, a dot ball in this game is very less than ideal. You know, it is basically that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I was going to come back for 3, but Williamson very slow between the wickets. I'm not too sure why that is. But we've got that required run rate is still just over 12 a ball. So hopefully we can, as I said, get a bit of insurance. But Williamson, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that over that he bowled. But he is very tired and very sluggish between the wickets here today. And we have now seen a change in the field. So long on has gone back. There's a deep point and a mid-off. So I think I'm going to try and go up over cover, which is exactly what we've done. And that's what we wanted. We want that 4, boys. That is going to make it easier for us heading into that last over. So I'm glad that England didn't get any more than what they did get, because I believe we are going to struggle to get that. So there we go, another 4. That's going to make things easier. I think it takes it down to 7 off 6 required. So basically a runner ball to go to, I don't think they have super overs in this game. I think it goes to a count back possibly, or just a tie. And here we go. The man that I was talking about, Ravi Bopara, now into the attack. And this is a guy that we can target. Roscoe Taylor has gone down the ground. Has he got enough on it though? That's the question. First ball from Big Roscoe. It's not a shot we see him play very often, but the lofted drive down the ground, boys, and that has gone. Oh, sorry, it's not his first ball. He played out a dot. Oh, and he's played that one through the gap, boys. That is going to be the 4. New Zealand get there just. As I said, it was a bit more difficult than we have been accustomed to, but we really did take on Stokes and Bopara. Now, that was my plan, was to go and take on those guys there. Alex Hale's man of the match, 21 not out off 11 balls. Stuart Broad was good, 2 for 10. So was Wagner, 2 for 11. And Southey and Bracewell, very, very economical. But Williamson and Taylor getting us home in the end. Ross Taylor, 10 off 3. Basically 10 off 2, because he did face out a dot ball, I believe, his first ball that he did face. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been Cliffy, your King of Career Mode, signing out.